Mahabharat over Modinomics. Budget 2024 war escalates.
सदन चलाना चाहते हैं तो सदन इस व्यवस्था से चलेगा.
Opposition ups biased budget fight.
दो राज्यों को बहुत फेवरेट ट्रीटमेंट दे चुके हैं सरकार ने, क्योंकि वो चाहते हैं कि ये दो उनके जो कोएलिशन पार्टनर्स हैं कि ये लोग जरा संतुष्ट रहें.
Kiran Rijiju rains fire.
बजट सेशन का गरिमा को नीचे गिरा करके इन्होंने सदन का अपमान भी किया है.
Budget showdown. Top focus on 6 p.m. Prime.
Hello and welcome. Good evening. You're watching 6 p.m. Prime here on India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal and we'll be rounding up for you this evening all the big updates that have come in from Parliament as the opposition refuses to budge, continuing to badger the government over the budget. The face-off is clearly peaking, with Kiran Rijiju now sending across a message to the opposition, accusing them of disrupting, of stalling parliamentary proceedings. We'll be getting you all the latest on that and much more. Parliament convened today to another day of uproar and ruckus as opposition MPs protested over the budget. A showdown continued in both the houses. Initially, as opposition MPs were seen protesting, calling the budget discriminatory and rewarding only Bihar and Andhra Pradesh. Now, questions have been raised about why the finance minister avoided discussing the budget in detail as the opposition labelled the budget as a Sarkar Bachao measure, suggesting it of prioritising political survival over states' concerns. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju, meanwhile, has hit out at the opposition, contending that they had resorted to abusing Prime Minister Modi during the debate on the union budget instead of actually speaking on the finer aspects of the document, a charge that's been countered by the opposition.
अध्यक्ष महोदय जी, हम लोग सब इस महान सदन का सदस्य हैं और आप इसको प्रिसाइड करते हैं. कोई भी सदस्य ऐसा टिप्पणी करते हैं जिससे सदन का गरिमा को चोट पहुंचती है, ये सबके लिए अत्यंत दुखद घटना है. मैं आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदय आपसे अनुरोध करूंगा, चाहे सत्ता पक्ष का हो विपक्ष का हो, कोई भी सदस्य इस तरह का टिप्पणी और भाषा इस्तेमाल करता है जो संसदीय परंपरा में परमिसिबल नहीं है, सदन का गरिमा को चोट पहुंचती है, तो आप समय समय में कार्रवाई करते ही हैं. उसको आप सदन का कार्रवाई से बाहर निकलने के साथ साथ बाकी अध्यक्ष जी आपके पास पावर है, आपके पास अथॉरिटी है कि कोई भी सदस्य इस तरह का व्यवहार करेंगे तो उसके ऊपर में उचित कार्रवाई या उचित टिप्पणी करने का भी माननीय अध्यक्ष जी के पास अधिकार है. हम अपना सरकार की ओर से ये कहना चाहता हूं कि मैं डिटेल में नहीं कह रहा हूं, मैं यहाँ सदन में नहीं था कल, मैं राज्यसभा में गए थे, जब आया तो ये घटना हुई.
प्लीज पूरी बात बोलने दो उनको, पूरी बात बोलने, पूरी
आप क्योंकि मैं चाहता तो मैं डिफेंड कर सकता हूं या उसको मैं टिप्पणी नहीं कर रहा हूं. मैं टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहता. मैं इतना कह रहा हूं कि हमारा जो भी मेंबर को प्रोवोक कौन किया, किसने किया, बोला, मैं इसमें नहीं जा रहा हूं. मैं इतना ही कह रहा हूं कि अगर सदन के अंदर में उचित वक्तव्य नहीं दिया गया है तो उसको उचित कार्रवाई माननीय स्पीकर महोदय के पास है और उचित कार्रवाई माननीय स्पीकर जरूर करें.
किसी सरकार के लिए भी इससे ज्यादा शर्म की बात क्या हो सकती है? हीरे पर जीएसटी आधा और 1.5% और
कृपया बैठे बैठे नहीं बोले, कृपया
12%, कीटनाशक दवाई पर 18%. ये इस सरकार की असलियत है. सर, एक तरफ तो एमएसपी नहीं बढ़ा, न एमएसपी पर खरीद हुई जैसा मैंने साबित किया, दूसरी तरफ प्रति एकड़ प्रोडक्टिविटी भी कम हो गई. सर, इन्होंने एक झुंझुना बजट लेकर आए हैं. वो बजट है बदला लो कुर्सी बचाओ.
सर, आमतौर पे देखा जाता है कि जब भी वित्तीय बजट देश में प्रस्तुत किया जाता है तो देश के कुछ वर्ग उस बजट से खुश होते हैं और कुछ वर्ग उस बजट से निराश होते हैं। लेकिन इस बार सरकार ने वो अचीव कर लिया जिसे अचीव करना संभव ही नहीं था। इस सरकार ने इस बजट से लगभग देश के हर वर्ग को निराश किया। दे हैव मैनेज्ड टू डिसप्लीज ऑल सेक्शंस ऑफ आवर सोसाइटी। इनफैक्ट सर, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अपने समर्थक भी, अपने वोटर भी इस बजट से बेहद निराश हैं।
अब मुझे लगता है एक ही योजना बाकी रह गई है मान्यवर, वो योजना है कि हमारी भारत की सरकार, आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार अगली योजना लेके आएगी कि इस देश के नौजवानों को मुफ्त में 5 करोड़ कटोरा बांटा जाएगा। भीख मांगो योजना लाने का काम ये लोग करेंगे।
We've been witnessing a fiery discussion on the budget in Parliament taking place both yesterday and today. And joining me here on India Today now is Congress MP from Virudunagar, Mr. Manikam Tagore. Mr. Tagore, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. Sir, we had Mr. Kiren Rijiju, the Parliamentary Affairs Minister, today speaking, accusing your party, sir, and the opposition in all the India bloc of disrupting discussion on the budget, saying that the opposition is ensuring there's no productive discussion, and even accusing you of abusing the Prime Minister.
Thank you. It's very strange for the Parliamentary Affairs Minister to make these kind of wild allegations. We all know that the world is over. The budget session is peaceful, and budget session, particularly when we are asking, the opposition parties are asking right questions, and we are asking them their mistakes and the way Mr. Modi's government has become weakened government from 303. They had been reduced to 240 BJP MPs, and they are down to a minority government with the support of Chandra Babuji and Nitish Babuji only. The government is running. We all know that they are in a defensive wicket and the government is a weak government.
But in response, sir, to what you've said to Mr. Rijiju, now here's what, in fact, the government maintains. They're saying that the mandate is very clear. The mandate of the people was for us, and the opposition isn't respecting that.
Yeah, where is the mandate? Our question is about the mandate. Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Modi ji in the floor of the Parliament told about 400 par when they were 303. People voted them and they gave them 240. A reduced number in the Parliament. And now we all know that they have been reduced to a minority government, particularly BJP. And with the support of Mr. Naidu and Mr. Nitish Kumar only, there is a coalition government. It is called an NDA government. Where there is a mandate. I am unable to understand this mandate story of my colleague in the Parliament.
No, but the NDA as a whole, even if the BJP, you look at their numbers alone, sir, it's more than the Congress, essentially. It's like citing just the Congress numbers and not considering the India bloc as a whole.
You have to understand who was speaking about 400 par, who was having 303, who had come to 240. You have to understand that in mathematics also, we will know that from 303, when we reduce to 240, what is the mandate for people? What people has given you a mandate? From 303, you asked for 400 par, but people gave you 240. But you will think that we have the mandate. Where it is?
Okay, let's talk, Mr. Tagore, about the budget right now, because the government is accusing the Congress particularly and accusing Rahul Gandhi in particular of misleading people on the budget, saying that when they say fund allocated only to Andhra and Bihar, that's misleading. Schemes that have been introduced, development projects that have been spoken about, is for every single state of the country.
We are not at all having any problem with allocation of funds to Bihar or to Andhra Pradesh. We want funds to be given to them.
Okay.
We want special status to be given to them. But the way Jumla is being played is our problem. The way discrimination is being played is the problem. The way the right allocation has not been given to the other states is the problem. For example, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Both the states have faced national calamities in a big way in the past 1 year. So both the governments were asking for help. In Karnataka, there is rain. Now also Tamil Nadu, there is a lot of problem there in the national calamity issues. Not even a single money has been released to us. What we are asking is that union government work is to divide money to all the country states. It is not. It can't discriminate on the states where on whose help their kursi is being dependent. This government is kursi Bachao's government.
No, you're
Mr.
saying...
Modi has lost the majority and he is in a weak wicket. That's the story now.
No, you're saying,
They
Mr.
don't want
Tagore, you're
parliament-
saying you're not opposed to funds being given to Andhra and Bihar. You refer to Tamil Nadu. Yes, there's no fund allocated to Tamil Nadu. But as far as relief funds go, Cyclone Bigchom, yes, there's a back and forth, but the central government has provided funds under the NDRF.
34,000 crores of money Tamil Nadu Chief Minister asked. There was central team has visited. Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman herself was visited Thoothukudi. And the Rajnath Singh ji, Defense Minister, visited Chennai. We thank him for visiting that thing. But about the funds, what about the promises? Is there a word in the budget about it? No. The problem is that only. We feel that we are being discriminated because the people of Tamil Nadu voted against Mr. Modi. Therefore, we are being discriminated.
But do you
Our problem
expect
is that
every
only.
state, do you expect every state, 28 states to be named in Nirmala Sitharaman's budget?
Then why name only 2 states?
The 2 states, according to the BJP, Mr. Tagore, are states that need the funds.
No, other states don't need funds then.
They're
BJP
giving...
don't.
No,
whether
so allocation of
other
funds,
states-
yes, allocation of funds is for Andhra and Bihar, but other states get development projects, yes?
We have to understand that when in the budget speech, why Nirmala Sitharaman ji has to mention only 2 states? Instead, she can mention other states also. 4, 5 states are there, which is having problem under this. Give special status to Andhra Pradesh, give special status to Bihar. You are not giving that. You are telling that 15,000 crores of rupees for Amravati we will arrange. What is that arrange? Where you will arrange it? You are not committing that we will grant from the budget. This is the problem. This is Jumla politics of BJP. They are cheating Andhra Pradesh. They are cheating Bihar. They are cheating the country also. They are giving the wealth to both the big industrial houses whom they depend upon. The problem with this government is that only. They are speaking that in parliament. They are getting agitated. They are saying that we are attacking Modi ji. We are not cheerleaders there. We are opposition party. We will find fault with your governance. We will find fault in your budget. We will find fault in your allocation. You have to answer. You are not answering.
No, that's fair. What you're saying, that as the opposition, we will raise these issues. That's our role. That's what we will do. We will criticize the government. Having said that, sir, the next 2 days, we're going to be seeing the Niti Aayog meet taking place. And several opposition chief ministers, the Tamil Nadu CM, the Karnataka CM, the Telangana CM, some of whom belong to your party as well, have said we're not going to be a part of this meeting. Is that really the way forward? See, the Bengal chief minister, for example, has said she will be a part of the Niti Aayog meet. If not being a part of the Niti Aayog meet, won't that create a problem, a disadvantage for the state? Is the state suffering as a result of politics?
It's a very good question, Mary. I need to explain it in a better way because we have to understand that the states, federal level, where the planning commission was there earlier and it has been dismantled by the Honorable Prime Minister when he took over as the Prime Minister in 2014 and named it into Niti Aayog. Where Niti Aayog has to respect all the states. There is a federal structure in the Niti Aayog. What they are doing is in the budget, you discriminate against states, few states. That is also particularly Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, Himachal and others. They are being asking for funds for floods. They are not funds for their marriages. Big marriages they are not holding. They are asking for floods. That floods also you are not ready to give money. That's the problem here. What the problem is, how to show that we are upset with your decision not to allot funds in the budget. We are announcing that we will boycott the Niti Aayog. Instead of creating a ruckus in the Niti Aayog, we boycott it. Because let them reach out. What I am saying is in a democratic process, when the chief minister speaks, the federal structure, what they should have reached out to the chief ministers and tell them, no, we will discuss about your issues under that. You are invited. Please come over. That is the way forward. But BJP wants to do a politics on it. Therefore, only they will say that state government, state chief ministers are not coming. It is not parties. It is the chief ministers. Chief ministers have decided that we will boycott this thing. because our state has been discriminated in the fund allocation in the budget. What is wrong in it?
No, the problem is, Mr. Tagore, it's exactly what you're saying, that these are chief ministers. They're not representing a party, they're representing a state. And if there was a need for dialogue, maybe that's the way to have gone forward, with dialogue. Mamata Banerjee is saying she'll attend the Niti Aayog meet because she says, I have to put my state interests first.
Good. That is, everybody has a different approach. Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan is attending the meeting. He will have a different. He will have a different approach. Our chief ministers, Tamil Nadu chief minister, Karnataka chief ministers, and Telangana chief minister, and Himachal chief minister have a list of demands to the prime minister. They are already spoken in the meetings with the chief prime minister. But in the budget, they were expecting that there will be some kind of relief. There will be some kind of change in the mind of prime minister. But Mr. Modi, after being weakened in the number in the Lok Sabha, is not changing. He is just behaving the same arrogant way this government usually behaves to the chief ministers. That's the point here I'm saying. Punjab chief minister is also skipping the meeting. Every chief minister, Jharkhand chief minister is skipping. Why? Because you are putting the chief ministers in jail. You are making the chief ministers, Jharkhand chief minister, as well Delhi chief minister in jail. How that you can expect the chief ministers to come to your meeting when you want to put in a fake case in jail on the ED pretext? ED has, because the law changed, they had only changed the law. Therefore, they are in jail now in a wrong context, in a wrong case, in a fake case. Because this kind of attitude is not going to work. If you want all of us to work together, that would be a conducive atmosphere.
So you're putting the onus, on the government, saying they must initiate dialogue, they must ensure there's a conversation. Mr. Manikam Tagore, thank you very much for joining us here on India Today, for taking the time out and taking all of our questions on what's playing out right now in Parliament and the politics surrounding it. Thank you very much, sir. So in my conversation there with Mr. Manikam Tagore from a few hours ago, I also raised the issue of a boycott by several chief ministers of the opposition rule states. Almost all of them have said that they will boycott the July 27th Niti Aayog meeting as a mark of protest against the budget. Now, it's not the only exception, in fact, to this particular boycott is Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. She's the only one who said, I will attend the meeting because I have to demand what I need for my state. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, Congress CMs, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, Himachal CM Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, Punjab CM Bhagwat Mann, all of them have announced that they will not attend the Niti Aayog meet. This is a meet that's chaired by Prime Minister Modi, where states put forward what their demands are, what they want from the government. There's discussion and conversation on that. But several chief ministers will not be there.
They ask our statement before attending the meeting. So whatever is pending earlier, we are sending that draft to them for written speech. They are asking. You know, whatever I will speak spontaneously. Always all the speakers cannot speak the written speech, but they ask our written speech before the meeting. So whatever is pending, that we are sending. But what I want to speak, that will speak at the time of the meeting.
झारखंड राज्य की दृष्टिकोण से अगर हम इस बजट को देखें, केंद्र सरकार को झारखंड पर विशेष ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है, क्योंकि जितना झारखंड देता है उसकी अपेक्षा हमें आज कितना मिला, क्या खोया, क्या पाया, वो आप लोगों के सामने है। मुझे लगता है बजट बिल्कुल पॉलिटिकल बजट इसको कह सकते हैं।
ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారి నాయకత్వంలో బ్రహ్మాండంగా ఢిల్లీలోని జంతర్ మంతర్లో ఆమరణ దీక్షకు మొత్తం మంత్రివర్గం కూర్చోండి సార్, మేము అండగా ఉంటాం, మేము చుట్టూ కూర్చుంటాం, సత్యదాకా కూర్చోమనండి, మేము అండగా ఉంటాం, కేంద్రంతో కొట్లాడదాం, మొత్తం మంత్రివర్గం మంచిగా జంతర్ మంతర్లో కూర్చోండి, ఎమ్మెల్యేలు అందరం వస్తాం, ఎంపీలు అందరం వస్తాం, అందరం పోయి కూర్చుందాం, అంతూ చూసుకుందాం సార్. ఎందుకంటే ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు ఈ మధ్యన ఒక్కసారి కాదు, రుణమాఫీ అంటే హరీష్ రావు దీక్ష చేయాలంటాడు,
ఉద్యోగుల సమస్యలు నిరుద్యోగుల సమస్యలు అంటే నన్ను ఆమరణ దీక్ష చేయమంటాడు. అందుకే నేను అడుగుతా ఉన్నా సార్, మొత్తం కేబినెట్ కూర్చోండి, మేము అండగా నిలబడతాం, 1000 మంది వస్తాం, మీరు నిధులు తెచ్చుడో కేబినెట్ కు అంటే ఏం కావాలని నేను కోరుకోను సార్, ఆమరణ దీక్ష కూర్చోవాలని చెప్పి మనస్ఫూర్తిగా మీ కమిట్మెంట్ అభినందిస్తూ ధన్యవాదాలు.
बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि कुछ विपक्षी पार्टियां सोच रही हैं कि नीति आयोग की बैठक का बहिष्कार करें। फिर एक बार ये बता रहे हैं कि कैसे उनका व्यक्तिगत सोच, उनके व्यक्तिगत राजनीति देश की प्राथमिकताओं से ऊपर है। वे पब्लिक के सेवक अब नहीं रहे, पब्लिसिटी को ज्यादा महत्व देने लगे।
ये विषय दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है और विशेष रूप से कांग्रेस और इंडी गठबंधन के दल पर्सनल इंटरेस्ट को ज्यादा महत्व दे रहे हैं बजाय पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट के। नीति आयोग एक संघवाद के विचार की संस्था है जिस पर पूरा फेडरलिज्म के दृष्टि से विकास कार्यों की चर्चा की जाती है और इसलिए जो बायकॉट है ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है।
Let me bring in Rahul Gautam on this broadcast, who's tracking all the big political updates on the story. Rahul, good evening. The opposition, almost all opposition ruled states essentially will not have a representative at the Niti Aayog meet, barring, of course, Bengal, because Mamata Banerjee has announced that she will be very much a part of this huddle. But is there some attempt of dialogue, of conversation, of an outreach by the government to kind of reach some middle ground? Because otherwise, on Saturday, in a meeting chaired by the Prime Minister, states ruled by the opposition will have no representation.
Prakshita, as many as 7 chief ministers of opposition bloc have already announced that they will not be participating in this important and crucial upcoming Niti Aayog meeting. We all know that how Mamata Banerjee was supposed to come to Delhi today. Now she's going to come tomorrow, and she'll be attending this important meet. This has been, this has been the latest update from the TMC. But as far as government is concerned, obviously government is making pleas that one should not, politicize the such sort of meetings like Niti Aayog. And it's a platform given to all these states chief ministers to come and discuss about various schemes and about the developmental status of various programs or initiatives. So clearly, the government is calling it very unfortunate that these chief ministers are not coming, and in fact, several ministers have alleged that they are keeping their personal interests above their national interest. But opposition bloc has made it very clear that that they are not going to attend this meeting because of the disproportionate allocation of budget that they have received in this budget, and you can expect that this is also going to become a major flashpoint in both houses of the parliament as well, given the fact that discussions on in both the houses, and these 7 chief ministers and their political parties will certainly try to corner the government on this issue, decrying discrimination.
What this will mean, what this will essentially mean, and while it's a protest that you're seeing right now with this decision to boycott, what this will essentially mean is that states who have no representation in that meeting will quite simply not come up in the huddle. And that's where questions will loom on whether the price of this politics is going to be paid by the state in their development and in the funds allocated to them and the projects. Thanks very much, Rahul, for joining us with those details. Remember, that meeting is happening on Saturday, so we will track what really happens and whether some sort of dialogue takes place that will make some of these chief ministers change their minds.